Welcome to the African History Channel. Discover the rich and untold stories of Africa, from ancient civilizations to modern movements. We dive deep into the heritage that shaped the continent. If you love learning about African history and culture, don't forget to like our videos and subscribe to our channel. Let's explore Africa's history together. The Nile River, often referred to as the lifeblood of Egypt, is not just a body of water. It's a powerful symbol of civilization, culture, and history. Imagine standing on its banks, the sun casting a golden hue over the flowing waters, and feeling the pulse of a society that thrived for millennia. The Nile, stretching over 4,000 miles, is the longest river in the world, and it has been the backbone of Egypt, or Kemet, as it was known to its ancient inhabitants, for thousands of years. Without the Nile, the story of ancient Egypt would be vastly different, perhaps even non-existent. Now let's dive into the early pharaohs and dynasties that rose along this magnificent river. The history of ancient Egypt is often divided into several periods, but the early dynastic period, which began around 3100 BCE, is where we see the first pharaohs emerge. A time when the land was unified under a single ruler for the first time, marking the dawn of a new era. Narmer, also known as Menes, is often credited with this unification. He's a fascinating figure, not just for his political achievements, but also for the way he became a symbol of kingship. The Narmer palette, an exquisite artifact, depicts him wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt, signifying the merging of two lands into one powerful kingdom. As we move through the annals of history, we encounter the Old Kingdom, often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids. From around 2686 to 2181 BCE, this period was marked by monumental architecture and incredible advancements in art and culture. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. Can you imagine the sheer manpower and engineering prowess required to construct such a colossal monument? It's mind-boggling. The pyramids were not just tombs, they were gateways to the afterlife, reflecting the Egyptians' deep beliefs in immortality and the divine. Pharaohs were seen as divine rulers, intermediaries between the gods and the people. They were not merely political leaders, they were considered gods on earth. This belief system shaped every aspect of life in Kemet. The concept of Ma'at, representing truth, balance, and cosmic order, was central to their governance. A pharaoh's ability to maintain Ma'at was crucial for the prosperity of the land. If a ruler failed in this duty, it was believed that chaos would ensue. So the pharaohs had a monumental responsibility, not just to their people, but to the very fabric of the universe itself. As we journey through the dynasties, we encounter remarkable figures like Hatshepsut, one of the few female pharaohs who ruled during the 18th dynasty. Hatshepsut defied gender norms of her time, presenting herself as a male pharaoh, complete with a false beard and royal regalia. Her reign was marked by prosperity and monumental building projects, including her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari, which is a stunning architectural achievement. Hatshepsut's story reminds us that leadership and capability transcend gender, a lesson that resonates even today. Then there's Akhenaten, another fascinating pharaoh who radically altered the religious landscape of Egypt. He introduced monotheism, worshipping a single god, Aten, the sun disk. This was a revolutionary shift in a society that thrived on a pantheon of deities. Akhenaten moved the capital to Akhetaten, modern-day Amarna, and his reign is often seen as a time of artistic and cultural upheaval. The art from this period is incredibly distinctive, showcasing a more realistic and intimate portrayal of the human form. However, Akhenaten's reforms were met with resistance, and after his death, the country reverted back to its traditional polytheistic beliefs. His story serves as a powerful reminder of how change can be met with both innovation and backlash. The rich tapestry of ancient Egypt would be incomplete without mentioning the incredible contributions of the Middle Kingdom, which followed the Old Kingdom. This period, from around 2055 to 1650 BCE, is often characterized by a renaissance in art, literature, and monumental architecture. The pharaohs of the Middle Kingdom worked tirelessly to restore order and stability after a time of chaos and disunity. They focused on agricultural expansion, improving irrigation systems, and increasing trade, which brought wealth and prosperity to the land. The famous tale of Sinuhe, an ancient Egyptian story about a courtier who flees to foreign lands, gives us a glimpse into the values and beliefs of the time, emphasizing loyalty, honor, and the importance of returning home. The New Kingdom, often celebrated as the height of Egyptian civilization, saw the rise of powerful pharaohs like Ramses II, known as Ramses the Great. His reign lasted an astonishing 66 years, during which he led military campaigns, built magnificent temples, and signed the world's first known peace treaty with the Hittites. Ramses II's legacy is etched into the very stones of Egypt, with monuments like the temples at Abu Simbel, which were carved out of a mountainside and adorned with colossal statues of the pharaoh himself. His reign symbolizes the peak of Egypt's power and influence, a time when the nation was a formidable force in the ancient world. But the story of ancient Egypt is not just about the grandeur of its pharaohs, it's also about the everyday lives of the people who lived along the Nile. The river provided fertile soil, allowing agriculture to flourish. Crops like wheat and barley were staples, and the annual flooding of the Nile was eagerly anticipated as it enriched the land. The people developed an intricate system of irrigation to manage water resources, showcasing their ingenuity and adaptability. Imagine the farmers working the fields, their hands in the soil, relying on the rhythm of the Nile to guide their lives. This connection to the land and the river was not just practical, it was spiritual, forming the foundation of their culture and identity. Trade along the Nile was vital for the economy. Goods flowed up and down the river, linking communities and fostering relationships with neighboring regions. Egyptians traded for precious materials like gold, ivory, and incense, enriching their culture and economy. The bustling markets were vibrant centers of activity, filled with the sounds of merchants calling out and the aromas of spices and foods wafting through the air. It's easy to see how this interconnectedness fostered a sense of community and shared identity among the people of Kemet. Religion permeated every aspect of life in ancient Egypt. The pantheon of gods and goddesses, from Osiris, the god of the afterlife, to Isis, the goddess of motherhood, was central to their worldview. Temples were not just places of worship, they were the heart of the community, spaces where people gathered to celebrate festivals, seek blessings, and connect with the divine. The elaborate rituals and ceremonies reflected their deep-seated beliefs in the afterlife, the importance of maintaining Ma'at, and the cyclical nature of life and death. As we reflect on the legacy of ancient Egypt, it's essential to recognize that this civilization was not static. It evolved over time, influenced by internal dynamics and external pressures. The invasions and conquests that occurred throughout its history, including the Persian and later the Greek invasions, shaped its trajectory. Yet, the resilience of the Egyptian people and their ability to adapt and integrate new influences is a testament to their enduring spirit. Today, the Nile remains a vital resource for modern Egypt, continuing to shape the lives of millions. The ancient civilization that flourished along its banks has left an indelible mark on human history, influencing art, architecture, religion, and governance across the globe. The story of the Nile and ancient Egypt is a rich tapestry woven from the threads of human experience, ambition, and the eternal quest for meaning. As we stand on the banks of this magnificent river, we are reminded of the incredible journey of a civilization that has captivated our imaginations for centuries, a journey that continues to inspire and inform us today. If you love learning about African history and culture, don't forget to like our videos and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.